job is always causing stress. All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest. I know Thursday night is on the way. Down in trouble waters, Mike's where the bay. Pour me a drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away. I know that I'll be among my friends. The mic's where the page goes live again. There we go. I ran into a friend uptown. Said that things were bad and he was feeling down. I told him Thursday's on the way. Meet me at trouble waters, Mike's where the page. We'll be pouring drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase our blues away. We know that we'll be among our friends. Little Mike's where the page goes live again. There we go.
All right. How you like the snow? I filmed that a few years ago. I figured it was fitting since it's 29 degrees in Florida right now. On the second day of spring. What's up with that? Is it ever going to warm up again? Mary Carol, what's happening? Dover? I bet it's cold in Dover. I know where that's at. On the other side of Tampa. Well, kind of quiet. I was debating even not doing a live, but I was home. We had it on the schedule. Got a little weather to talk about, maybe. nothing imminent that gets everybody worked up. But we'll talk about weather. Say hello to everybody. People like to watch the replay, so that's what we'll do. I got Louie here. Arkansas, Janie. So I was going to make a playlist of storm chasing songs because I like to get fired up in my truck. But Chris Stapleton's got a song called Arkansas. It is the most rock and rollest country song I've ever heard. And when that song Arkansas comes on, I crank up the radio as loud as it will go. Very loud. And so there you go. All right, let me fix my chat over here. Oh, what are you doing? Live chat. Okay, live chat. There we go. All right, Angel Baby over there. What's up, Richard Reamer? James, we did not have a good softball day yesterday. It was a bad day. Morning from New Orleans. Rodney, what's up? Inglewood, Marcia, home of Ian and Milton and all these storms. Yucky. Morning there, Steve. Yep, that's Louie. What's up, Chieflin? I drove through Chieflin again twice last week. Monday, I was up there for the Tallahassee Emergency Management Day with the folks from FDEM. And then I went back up for the storms that never really materialized over the weekend. So I went through Chieflin twice last week. Hey, Morgan. Yeah, that's a good chasing song. Scott, good morning there. We're talking to the MWP crew over there. Yeah. Is it Celinda? Is that how you pronounce it? I got a picture of the snow here in a second from the Newfound Gap. Morning, Betsy from OBX. I'll make it up there one day. Just not this weekend. Oh, man. So, hey, so we had the snow. video. Why not show the panhandle snow we just had a couple weeks ago? This was Florida. We had snow at the ABC Fine Wine and Spirits there, all across the Florida Panhandle just a couple weeks ago, and it feels like it again today. Hey, you're welcome, Gary. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoy mingling a little bit, talking some weather. We'll try to say hello till about 9:30, then I'll go cranking into the weather, and then we'll be done by 10, hopefully. Milton is the winner. Milton had the most snow during our epic Florida snowstorm, shattering the record by double shattering. Well, you just can't stay awake today, can you? Anyway, let's take a look at ABC. We'll do a screenshot there. We'll be like, oh, anyway, big thanks to ABC Florida fans. Don't forget to stop by there today. Party it up this weekend. We appreciate all that they do for us. Today is National World Down Syndrome Day, 3/21. And I forget every year because Sarah is just Sarah. We don't think about her really anymore with Downs. She just Sarah. And but it is a big day. I'm going to share a nice picture here in a little bit on social with Sarah. You all watch Sarah grow up. I remember having to break the news to everybody when she had Down syndrome, and it was a rough 6 months of our life when we first had Sarah, and thought the whole world was going to end, and leave her cup alone. But she's been the best thing to ever happen to us, that's for sure. And I was messing with her yesterday. Every time I drink her Taylor Swift cup, she thinks I have germs. What did she say, Julie? I'm going to get sick?
Yeah, she said you're sick.
Yeah, she thinks there's germs because she gets that from Emily. So she won't let me touch her stuff anymore because Emily's a germ freak. She takes one sip of water and then that's it. She will never drink it again. So we secretly refill the water cups. Somebody should make a bottle resealer for people like Emily so we can reseal the water. She would never know. But I'll do a nice post for Sarah and mentioning World Down Syndrome Day as we head off into the weekend. So let's see what else we got on here. I got some things open. I think I got the cold temperature. Let's talk about this. So we're going to talk a few more hellos. Weeky Watchy, Florida. Yep. You know, I've never been up there to see the mermaids. I can't believe it. Yep. Well, hey, good morning, Mike. Nicole, now we've been live every damn week. We've been on live. Listen, you can always go to the website. Look. Right here. Next Daily Brew. Right here. Next Daily Brew is going to be now Monday. And now on the videos, I'm even putting, if you look at the video, right there, there's live time, what time it is. And on the bottom is our next Daily Brew, which would be Monday, March 24th. So, Chili's at Inverness. Morning there, Bobby. What's happening? We love our Chili's. Shelly, hey, I found a place online that I could order contacts. Now, because my eyes never changed. Oh, so where's everybody chiming in from before we get into the weather? We got folks celebrating spring break. It's very cold out there. I posted the water temperature. I think I'm going to show that. It's 69 degrees here. Oh, my God. Now, that's coastal. Once you get out a little farther, it's warmer. But and by the way, there we go. All right. Well, let's get into the weather. Nobody's really talking. So there's our cold front. We had a cold front come through. Now, you know, it's pretty neat. Look at this. This is the wind map. This is badass. Look at this is your frontal line right there. And those winds are howling this morning. Oh. Look at that. All those winds are coming in on the East Coast, Mid-Atlantic, down into Florida. Somebody opened the door. Canadian Arctic air, I call it. Arctic air. One time I misspelled Arctic and everybody wouldn't let me go, so now I just say Arctic air. But that's why it's windy, all this wind. That's why it's cold. All that air is coming down. from the upper atmosphere, sinking down, spreading its coolness to all of us. Attic air alert. Bobby, day's going good, buddy. Thank you. So far, so good. I woke up a little late. Still, man, what about you all? The time change has really messed me up this year more than ever. I don't know why. But I always love waking up the crack of dawn, 6:15, 6:30. It's just like now, I don't know. The birds need to wake me up because I hate laying there until 7:15. Usually hurricane season, I'm up about 5:30 because we get the new updates around then in this 06Z model run. Philip Glotzback, Colorado State University, put out their first hurricane season forecast is coming out the first part of April. I think it's April 3rd or 4th. So the hype will be beginning soon. Oh, Mark, you just tweeted me something. All right, on X. I'll take a look. Karen, good to see you. Appreciate y'all's support over there. I think you guys used to sponsor years ago, maybe. Josh from Baton Rouge. Teresa, what's up? Teresa, you going on our cruise this year, Teresa? Coffee donuts? Anyway, wind chill. Yeah, right, Bill. Who would have thought? All right, there's the winds. What else we got cooking here? That is live webcam photo from Newfound Gap in the Smoky Mountains. 441 is closed again. That has to be a record for snowfall this season. Snow on the ground this morning on the mountain. That's live. Beautiful picture, though, showing the mountains. Crystal clear blue skies. Snow on the ground. Unbelievable. Temperatures this morning. Here's a snapshot I put together. 30, 35, 36, 37, 37, 37. 40s all the way down to Palm Bay. 48 in Okeechobee. 57 in Naples. 59 in Miami. 57 in Miami, actually. 55 around West Palm. Crazy. 30s all across lower Louisiana. We had Lake Charles coming in the 30s. We had freezing temps, man. Unbelievable. New Orleans a little warmer thanks to that water. But 35 close to Grand Isle. Crazy, man. Unbelievable cold weather. Lower 20s in the just above the Gulf a little bit. So believe it or not, it might be colder for some of y'all tomorrow. This is our girl. Hey, are you still watching there, Morgan? I'm making you famous. Oh, hello. There you are. Hey, we'd love for you to join our MWP chat. It's a little way to support Mike's Weather page and help all we do here. And we have a private social channel that looks like everybody else's social, but it's our social. We won't get canceled over there. But anyway, that was up in the Milton area this morning, and she's one of our MWP supporters. Crazy, right? Now, here's the temperature. I zoomed in on it right here. Boom, 20. Oh, we had a 28. That's Miss Alabama, I think. I don't even know where it's at. Fairhope. But look at that. We had 29 degrees this morning in Milton, just north of Pace. That's cold. Crestview with 30. Remember Roy Leap, Channel 13? How many of y'all remember Roy Leap? He always had Crestview as when they had the map of the state with temperatures. For some reason, they would always show Crestview, Florida. Crestview was down to 30 this morning. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, I need to reach out. I hate that things got bigger. All right, how about this funny little thing yesterday? Just take out the word Florida, but this is our story today. Winter at 6, spring at 10, summer around 2, and then fall begins at 4:30 p.m. This is probably the truth the next couple of days for most of everybody across the South and the East. When I say that, it means Carolinas all the way to Southeast Texas. Crazy, right? But anyway. So that's crazy. Storms coming. Let's talk about that real quick. Just keep everybody up to date on anything bad. Nothing really showing. This is today. Nothing. Tomorrow, a little bit of storms here, middle part of U.S. Then on Sunday, we do see a little Boeing line. Boeing, not Bolin. Boeing line of storms. It's going to push on down. Mainly wind and hail, maybe isolated tornadoes. So that's Sunday. And then it's actually going to try to get down the upper Gulf areas early Monday. And we're going to have some Monday rains across the mid-Atlantic East Coast later Monday afternoon. And this line probably going to fizzle the time it gets to Florida. The rainfall for the next 5 days on the old map here, boom, shows you that. This is rainfall through Wednesday morning. So there you go. There's that Boeing. The Boeing line of storms Sunday into Monday across the upper Gulf, and then fizzles out. A little bit of rain for the East Coast. That's weather in a nutshell, man. We got nothing cooking. Kind of boring. Here's big high pressure locked over Saturday. We're going to have very cool temps. This is tomorrow morning. Better do stuff outside tomorrow, except boat and beach. If y'all know, we know spinach, Josh, the forecast. We had spinach the other day. Hey, Shelly, I think we're up to 12 on the fearmonger posts. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe tonight I'll do it. But I got a picture of me wearing a shirt that says fearmonger. And I'm going to say we're going to, donate. So I think we're up to 12, I've counted. I've been secretly counting in my own head. 12 that I've seen. And we're going to donate that money to something at the end of the year. Every time I'm called fearmonger. And the reason I bring that up is because when I showed that low pressure off the Atlantic coast a couple days ago, the fearmonger came out. I had the best comment. Somebody goes, you should probably say it was leftovers from the severe storms over the weekend and that it's going off into the Atlantic. And if you read my comment, I said that pretty much. I said this is frontal line low that caused the storms from the weekend, and it's heading east. But thanks for telling me what to say, because I already said it. Oh my God. It was crazy. All right, so here's the radar. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. This is your Euro. And you can see Saturday, nothing. Here comes Sunday. Here comes these little storms. It's going to push down. There's Sunday night. There you go. So that's in the forecast. Could be some strong storms in this mess Sunday night. And basically, it's going to linger into early Monday. This is before sunrise, but we're going to see East Texas all the way across to the Florida Panhandle. Some possible storms early Monday. And here's a little bit of leftover. Now watch this thing fizzle. This high pressure is just going to dry it up. Maybe some of this gets down into, Tallahassee area. Maybe northern parts. But then it fizzles, and here's your leftovers into Monday. Maybe some rains throughout the day. Midday across the East Coast. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. That's about it. Storm Prediction Center not even talking about any. I think they just said maybe hail and maybe some winds possibly. Oh, afternoon storms, damaging winds and hail. Hail. They don't even mention the T word yet. So that's that. Okay. Audible good ones. What's that? Okay, well that's something I don't even know. People do not read. Chris, what's up? Perfect weather. That's not bad. Morning, Miss Francis Purser. Hey, Lauren, my Dunedin buddy. Lauren Barron. Hey, Laura, I'm doing your all's Hurricane Expo again. I don't know when it is. I do know. I just don't want to open up my email. Julie, I gotta write these things down again so I don't lose track. I always forget. Um, and listen, because of that damn hurricane, Laura, we got a spot at Homeport. When is it? May 3rd. May 3rd. There you go. Well, she just wrote. Yeah, you just. I'll be there. Is that a Saturday? I think. That's different this year. I think it was. It's busy. That's a really big one. Yeah. So Laura, we got a spot at Homeport, and plus with my mom, and dad's situation, eventually I'm gonna have to move it anyways. So I'm pretty excited about it. No more in the bay for us, but I'm kind of excited about that experience. Maybe just having them plop it in the water. I've been trailering a boat now for probably 15 years. I think it's time. That's right. And when we come in off the water, we can ozone a blue it. Long range let's look at that real quick. God, there's no way we're making it to 10 today. There's just nothing to talk about. United States, let's look at any sort of frontal system coming down. There'll be one coming. Here's a little dip showing. That one looking pretty big, actually. This would be following week, the 29th. Could be another little system. Yeah, definitely showing cutoff low, possibly around the Great Lakes region. That's interesting. That could be our next system, possibly brewing the following week, Friday, the 28th. Interesting. That's not... Makes sense. We get these little breaks, and then we get the next one that shows up. Not very consistent, though. It didn't show it yesterday, so not a lot of confidence on that one. Let's look at the GFS. Well, we don't even have the GFS. We have 500. We can look at GSF. All right. Okay. I don't know. Maybe not. That was not really even showing up on the GFS yet. There's a little lower, interesting little thing coming around. But I don't think that's anything. So we're not going to hype that up yet. I don't see anything yet. Definitely have a little dry spell. So I don't know. What is a little guy coming across here, though? That's interesting. What is that little low next the end of the week? I don't know. Usually we look for some sort of consistency with things, and we're not seeing it right now. There is a little something here, though. That could be a little wave. Well, that might be a little something the following weekend, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's enough to talk about yet. Let's see here. Nah. Looks like we got a little break. A little pop, something coming across Texas the following Friday. It's kind of showing up. I know it's going to be on the Euro too, right here. There it is. Could be a little something pulling up, maybe. The following Friday and Saturday, right there. Friday, Saturday. But that, not a lot of confidence. Canadian showing a little bit of... So there's a little something coming across Friday, Saturday. Interesting. All right, so that's kind of what I love doing. But we do have a little piece of energy coming across here that could affect Friday, Saturday, following week. There's a Canadian kind of showing it. So keep an eye on that. Euro AI. Kind of. Nothing on the horizon. So there you go. Temperatures tomorrow, just to keep it all on the temperature theme today. Temperatures are going to be chilly. Let's do southeast because everybody else is used to this except us. High temperatures today are not going to get out of the 60s. Even for Fort Lauderdale, man. I feel so bad for you spring breakers out there. I see you over there talking about me, Shelly. Richard Sanford, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Tammy Harvick, good to see you. Loretta Reed, you're welcome. We love your support. Good morning, Joanna Collins. Hope for rain, Michelle. Nah, not from this thing. It's not going to be anything anytime soon. So that's not good. I know they got the fires down there. So wow, high temps today. All right, low temps tomorrow morning. Little actually, not as bad as today. Well, colder. The front's pushing more today, so cooler middle state, a little warmer upper state. Still 30s across Georgia. This is tomorrow morning's low temps. So still 40s for us, 51 for y'all down in Fort Myers and Naples area. Still in the 50s for Miami. 40s for Shelley. 30s for Ocala and Gainesville tomorrow morning. So, man, I feel bad for the spring breakers. Tomorrow's high temperatures back in the 70s a little bit. Not bad. Sunday. Oh, we got 80s on Sunday. And here, check out this warm-up. Monday, back to middle 80s. Tuesday, we got 80s popping in Texas, popping in Louisiana, all the way up to Arkansas, 80s. Little front comes down middle week. But that's it. Look at that. Nothing. 10 days out, man. We got 87 showing next following weekend. Could that be the last cold front of the year, the big one? Still going to be in the 50s, though. I don't care who you are. 50s is still chilly. This is Thursday. So, we've had a cold winter. No shorts, Gary. Nope. Hey, Mark. Yep, I got buddies down there in Homestead, NASCAR. That's a fun track, man. They've done a lot of rebuilds at the racetrack. And James, all right. That's a challenge, James. 12 minutes. Oyster and Beer Festival tomorrow. Heck, that sounds fun. Oh my goodness, is that where I rode out the hurricane down there? Is that Inglewood area? Terry Murphy? One thing about jeans, you just kind of end up wearing this. I wear the same jeans a lot, and we're getting to that point where the jeans need to be washed. But I'm like weighing out how many more days of wearing the jeans. Like, do I got 2 more good days out of these jeans, or do I get them washed? It's kind of like the Groundhog Day. Rodney, 50s are better than 90s in the humidity. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But, man, I love going out. I love being on the water. And we were going to go in the water a couple days ago, and I opened the door, and it was 69. And I'm like, you know what? I've been there, done that. It's not really fun. So I said no. Yeah, Arkansas. I know there's a lot of talk about the Arkansas tornado there, Morgan. On the upgrade, I'm sure that's what you're talking about, right? Cat 5 or not? Talked to a lady yesterday from Missouri that was told me some stories about the tornadoes last Friday. Brenda, yeah, we always have one in April. I believe it. Tennessee, Pam, sit 36. Yeah, we got snow in the mountains. Crazy. Crazy. All right, we'll get the old website up here. We're going to make it to 10, I promise. I've had people challenge me now. I don't think there's any. So we got hurricane forecast coming out in about a week plus here from Philip from CSU. That'll get the buzz going. I suspect he's going to say slightly above average hurricane season because of La Nina and some other factors. But last year was less than 2023, but yet we had a lot more storms. So everybody gets so wrapped up in how many storms we get. So anyway, that'll be starting. Look at this, man. Spring Fever Savings Event. Now that looks fun. A jet ski and a off-road. All right, so any more Q&A? Let's see here. Hey, but I can stay to 10 on Brew Crew, James, and I don't, the contract still is good, right? It's not 10 for everybody. Oh, about time to take the winter maps off, too. I got these winter maps. I like this map, though. I might leave this one on there. This one kind of everything in a nutshell. I like it because it shows the pressure. Oh, we did have a little, listen, there was talk, I shared it yesterday about a nor'easter tile, a little low coming off the New England coast. Let's see if it looks like it. This was showing up a lot last week when we were doing our daily brew. Let's see if we have any surface low out there. We do. Tied to that front, just north of Nantucket. Right there. So yeah, but the winds are coming in on the backside, so not as bad as they would normally be coming in around wrapping around the top side, but still windy in the New England area as this frontal line kind of wrapped up and got a little low pressure there. You can see that right here showing up a 995 low off the coast. That's that. Haven't really had any new links in a while. Fires was interesting. I shared the fire map here a little bit ago from yesterday. Anything else to talk about on there? It looks pretty good. Let's leave it on the cruise as we say goodbye. You want to brag? What do you want to brag? Shelly wants to do her hair. Pollen is out of control, Mark. Oh my God. Yeah, you got pollen one night, then ice the next. Pollen and ice. Mike Sherman, how's it going, buddy? How's it going out west, man? A lot of rain that way. All right. Well, one last thing before we go. We'll be live Monday. Today's Friday. Be a great day to call Kim. We're trying to get about 10 more cabins and then we're done. We got less than a month left before we lose all of our cabins and the price goes way up. So we're sailing the first week of June, our 4th annual Mike's Weather Page cruise. If you like to cruise and you want to hang out with all of us and party hard and talk weather, and we'd love to have you. It's a great time. We're really excited about a brand new ship. This is a brand new ship on Royal Caribbean. I can't wait. We got a room overlooking the park. I've never done that. I've always wanted to go to one of these big ships that had the Central Park thingy, so I'm really excited about that. We're going to decorate the railing. I might get some neon lightning bolts or something. Then everybody knows where we're at. That's probably not a good idea. I don't know. Doesn't like it really matters. But tons of fun. We do cocktail party first night. We actually reserve one of the restaurants just for us. They serve us drinks. We mingle, we talk, we hand out swag. Maybe do a little trivia fun. Win some prizes. The biggest thing is we do a big conference. I do a hurricane presentation. Shelly has certificates of completion that we give everybody, that the hurricane preparedness seminar. So it's officially a write-off if you're in the industry. And we have a lot of other fun stuff. So check it out. Love to have you. Call Kim and she will hook you up. All right. So we're going to sign off. I'm going to stay on the brew crew for a few minutes. All right. Hope you have a great weekend. All right. Thanks for joining us and enjoy the weekend. It's kind of quiet unless you're in the Upper Gulf. Sunday, we got to watch those storms coming down. But tomorrow's beautiful. So have a good one. And we'll see you Monday. All right.